Hello CX Fiends and welcome back to another episode of CXTV. We are here in beautiful DC for the Pan Am Championships at the Armed Forces Retirement Home. We've got the U23 Women coming up next. Bill, this is going to be, I think, the sleeper race, but it's going to be a banger. Give me some insight.
Yeah, this is one that I think we're all really looking forward to. We got Raphael Carrier, the Canadian mountain biker phenom, who won and even gave Magali a run for her money in the elite race. So she's out here. Lydia Kuzak, first time we're seeing Lydia this year. Ripped it up last year on a cyclocross bike, so good to have her back.
National champion.
National champion as well. Nico Knoll will be in there. We haven't seen Nico for a while, but she was like ripping it up in the elite races. So she's going to be strong. Kaya Musgrave back from Europe. And this is just a loaded field. Mia Asseltine also, who we've seen all year long up there in the front, getting podiums in these elite races. So, you know, I know there are a lot of people in the women's elite race who are thankful that there's a U23 race and we get all of these hitters racing against each other. Before we get into the action, let's take a look and see what the course looks like.
Let's get into it.
Our lap starts with a long sprint towards the grass. We make a left-hand turn up to the grass. This is where a pinch point's going to happen. We're going to keep our eye on that. After that, we move on to the field and we head back towards the plank section. There are a couple U-turns right before that, up and over the planks. Once we're through there, we have our marquee centerpiece of this course, which is the M or the W hill. It's dusty, it's turny, you're up and down, it's off-cambered, a lot of fun in that section. After that, we have a long power section back to pit one. Once to pit one, we're making a U-turn and we're heading towards the Capitol steps. This is a twisty turny section, very technical. Once up the steps, we get back into the power section. We make a long drag and a turn onto the back of the course. Once we're on the back of the course, we hit a quick off camber and up camber, and then the long off camber, which is going to be another key feature of this race. This is where a race could be decided. Once through that section, we're back towards pit two. We have one little off camber left, and then we're back onto the asphalt and we're sprinting for home. All right, that's what this course looks like on the map. Let's see what it looks like in real life. We are in our starting grid for our U23 Pan American Championship race. Raphael Carrier from the Arkea team rolling up to the line. She's going to be one of your favorites. Next to her, Lydia Kuzak, CXTV Trek Bikes, first race of the season for her at the UCI level, and also Nico Knoll there as well. Mia Asseltine from the Competitive Edge Racing team. There's your U23 national champ, Catherine Sarkisov, and they are off down the home stretch of the Armed Forces Retirement Home. It looks like Nico Knoll getting the early hole shot, but with Alyssa Sarkisov on her side, Raphael Carrier and Kaya Musgrave also there as they come across the line to start their first lap proper. It's going to be Knoll that takes them on the grassy left-hand turn into a grassy field, up and around. We'll head to the planks for the first time. Coming out of the early turns, Alyssa Sarkisov in the lead with Knoll and Musgrave on her wheel. We saw Lydia Kuzak there a little farther back in fourth place. Carrier down in fifth place as the rest of our field rolls through these early turns on lap one. Good temperatures at this race, about 60 degrees as Sarkisov starting to stretch this one out as she makes the U-turn towards the planks for the first time. Has about a 4 or 5 bike length lead early in the lap. There's going to be another U-turn, and then we head towards our M and W section. Nico Knoll really accelerating out of the planks, able to shut down that lead by Sarkisov and get back on to the wheel. Kaya Musgrave just sitting calmly in third place, home from a European stint of racing. So she's got a lot of good races in her legs and ready to race at the front, and that's exactly what she does. Musgrave moving up to second, so it's Alyssa Sarkisov in the lead. Kaya Musgrave second place, a little bit of a gap back to Knoll and Carrier and Kuzak as the rest of our field, our top 10 rolls through. And this is pit one. Pit one, you can see Sarkisov up and out of the turn, accelerating. Pit one is a big power section, important section, because it goes into a really turny section that they're in right now. So we've seen a lot of passes during that pit one section of the course. And this is our capital steps here, making the turn. Sarkisov and Musgrave and Carrier in third place. Nico Knoll in fourth. Lydia Kuzak in fifth. And Mia Asseltine latching on there as well to our lead group. Coming around the turn, Asseltine remounts, gets back into the race. There goes Lily Sonneman also there as well. And we see the rest of our leaders as they head towards the pond, and they'll go to the back of the course for the first time. So those that's your leading duo of Sarkisov and Musgrave, with Kuzak now moving up to third place, Carrier slotted in fourth, and Mia Asseltine in fifth place. We're on the back of the course now. Lots of off-camber sections that they're about to reach the most important one. This is a tricky off-camber. There's two distinct lines on it. There's a high line, there's a low line, and then it's really that exit. You know, if you go have a high line, low line rider, you may meet like right there at the exit. So it's really challenging. You got to watch where you are in the course and where all of your competitors are, so you don't have any mishaps on the exit of that off-camber. All right, as they finish that one safely, we're going to head back towards the front side of the venue once again. They are heading towards pit 2 and finishing up on lap number 1. So beginning of lap 2, we got Kaya Musgrave now taking over the lead. Sat in, saw what it was all about for one lap, and has now moved to the lead, but that is not for long, as Kuzak now takes her first chance at the front of this. So it's Kuzak, Musgrave, Sarkisov, Carrier, Asseltine, and Nico Knoll. This is that long power section towards pit 1. Kuzak's starting to ramp it up. This is where there can be separation. Your stronger riders are going to go to the front here, really push the pace, and this is where your field is going to start to break up, which it does in this race as well. Sarkisov back to the front. Nico Knoll dropped off a little bit there. She has her work cut out for her to get back to that front group. Kuzak, Musgrave, Sarkisov, Carrier, Asseltine, with Knoll trying to latch back on as they make it to the capital steps one more time. Back to the front, Kuzak continues to drive the pace with Kaya Musgrave on her wheel. Head to the back of the venue again, and it's still Kuzak up there. Musgrave, now Asseltine in third place. She had been a little farther back, but now moving into the mix at the front of this race. We're heading towards that tricky off-camber one more time, and nothing happened there, so we're going to look ahead here. Lap 3, all of our leaders together. Alyssa Sarkisov starting to drop a little bit off the back of that front four, but she's quickly right back on it. Just took a quick breather on that finishing stretch and is right back into the mix. Coming around our U-turn towards the planks, Musgrave now in the lead. Kuzak riding the planks. Up and around, nice inside line there by Lydia Kuzak, getting back on it. Musgrave still looking strong out front. Carrier starting to move up a little bit. She had been farther down in that lead group and now sitting in third, with Mia Asseltine in fourth as we enter this long power section back towards pit 1. Musgrave's going to take them out of pit 1 and into the turns before the steps. Getting low, really driving it here, because this is where the technical sections start. Cornering is a key skill getting into this part of our course. We got Musgrave and Kuzak, Carrier in third, Mia Asseltine fourth, and Alyssa Sarkisov in fifth place. Nico Knoll falling a little farther back in sixth place, but if they slow up at all at the front, she's going to be right back in the mix. To the steps one more time. Kaya Musgrave continues to lead, but not for long. Coming out of those steps, Kuzak goes back to the front. Musgrave now in second. Carrier sitting in third with Asseltine on her wheel. On to the backside of the course, Kuzak is going to take him through the off-camber this time with Musgrave on her wheel. Carrier in third place, and we now have 3 laps to go in our race with Kuzak driving the pace. Kaya Musgrave right there. Raphael Carrier, Mia Asseltine, and Alyssa Sarkisov again taking a couple bike lengths down the finishing stretch, getting some nutrition, and getting ready to get right back into it. To our plank section, Kuzak's going to take them over this time. Let's see how she does riding. There's 1, 2, up and over. Musgrave remounting. Carrier sticking to that wheel as well into our M section and into the powers section. So Lydia Kuzak looking around now. She's got Kaya Musgrave with her, and Musgrave goes. I was talking about this being this big power section, easy place to make a pass, super wide, super straight. That's exactly what Musgrave does. She wants to be in front when they make this turn. Oh, and a little slip up there into the entrance of pit 1. That has been a trouble spot for everyone. They're trying to get on the gas a little bit too early. She checks around, sees if that mistake has cost her, and it really hasn't. She's still able to maintain the lead as they head towards the back of the course. So it's Musgrave after that little bit of scare, but able to maintain the lead at the front. Now we have a group of 3 with Kuzak, Asseltine, and they're all back together. Excuse me. We got nice pass there by Alyssa Sarkisov coming around Raphael Carrier. Our group of 5 now safely through that off-camber section. They will make that turn and head over the bridge through pit 2 and back onto the finishing stretch. And once they get there, they will see 2 laps to go in this race. Kaya Musgrave is going to lead them onto the grass for the penultimate time. Lydia Kuzak in second, Asseltine in third, Alyssa Sarkisov working her way around Carrier one more time to slot into 4th place with Raphael in 5th. Through the M section, Kuzak is there with Musgrave on her wheel and Asseltine. This group of 5 has under 2 laps to go. Anybody's championship right now. Coming down the power section, and it's Kuzak on the move. She has Kaya Musgrave coming up on her side. Asseltine's there. It looks like they're starting to drop Alyssa Sarkisov back a couple bike lengths, and even more so for Raphael Carrier, starting to struggle a little bit. As the group comes out from pit 1, heading back towards the stairs, Kuzak continues to push the pace. Musgrave has no issue on her wheel, along with Mia Asseltine. Alyssa Sarkisov about 2 bike lengths back, but it seems she's back in the fold with that lead group. But it's Raphael Carrier who now seems to be in much more difficulty and not able to match the pace of this front 4. To the stairs, Kuzak leading the way. Musgrave, Asseltine, Alyssa Sarkisov making the turn for Kuzak, and she will head back up. It is all together now. This is the time of the race. We got under 2 laps to go. This is where they're going to start thinking about that final lap, what they want to do. Is anybody going to attack from here on out? It seems like just the way these races are going that it probably will stay all together, but let's see. Oh, and as soon as we say that, we may have a group of 3. We got waiting to see where Sarkisov is, and there she is. Okay, still about 3 or 4 bike lengths behind. She used those power sections to her advantage. You can see she's right back on that wheel, just dangling a little bit, but always getting there, heading towards the off camber for the next to the last time. No issues there as they clear that section and start to head back to pit 2. But Sarkisov dangling back there again, about 5-6 bike lengths behind, maybe starting to lose the impetus of this race. And as soon as I say that, there she is, just hauling down pit 2 and able to lock back onto Mia Asseltine's wheel. Kuzak's bringing him around the final off camber before the sprint, and you can see that all of the pace has gone out of this race. They were just going all out earlier in this lap, and now it becomes strategy. Now it becomes a mind game. Now it becomes tactics as we have 1 lap to go in this race, and everybody is just looking around, party pacing around this first corner. You know it's not going to last like that for long, but for now, a little bit of a reprieve for Raphael Carrier. She's like, excellent. Everybody's taking their time. Maybe I can get back into this race. Through the fields for the last time. This is going to take them back to the plank section. Kaya Musgrave, who has been sitting second, third a lot of these final laps, now wants to be ahead. Asseltine as well. This is kind of race that you can win from the front. Not a lot of wind out there. You'd want to be into the twisty, turny parts first. So, we got Kuzak going there, and a little bit of an issue for Lydia Kuzak coming over that second plank. She tried to ride them, did not work out in her favor that time. Had to stop on the second plank, but look at that. She's right back in it, is able to get back into that group. So maybe did not affect her race at this point, but as we head back to pit 1, we got 3 riders. That is Musgrave, Asseltine, and Alyssa Sarkisov. So maybe those planks did affect Kuzak more than we thought, as she is playing catch-up now, trying to get back onto the wheel, has her work cut out for her if she wants to be in position to take out the win for this race. Around the turn for pit 1, Musgrave up and out of the saddle and starting to just ramp up the watts. This is exactly what we were thinking was going to happen. End of pit 2, always the biggest sprint in this race other than the finish. You want to get to the step section first, and Musgrave has done that successfully. Asseltine right on her wheel. Sarkisov and Kuzak still there as well. It's going to come down to this group of 4 for who's going to be the new U23 Women's Pan American Championship. Up and around the turn after the steps, Musgrave, Asseltine, Sarkisov, Kuzak. Sorry, right to the steps. That was a turn before a turn ahead of myself. Here we are up the steps. All 4 of them up and over, back on their bikes. This is another power section here as we see a pass in the back. It looks like Kuzak trying to work her way up to the front. She already passed Sarkisov, now is trying to get past the other leaders. There's a tricky up right there. She's not able to do that, so she's going to be sliding into 3rd. Try to make the move there. You have to get out front. Here we go. Off camber for the last time. Low line for Musgrave. High line for Asseltine. Everybody through there safely. Coming down this little grassy off camber before the bridge for the final time. Then they will make the left turn and head towards pit 2 for the final. This is really where your sprint starts. They're going to be ramping it up now, and we got 2 riders. This is Kaya Musgrave, Mia Asseltine on her wheel. Looks like they've distanced Kuzak for now. She's got to make up that ground if she wants to be a part of this sprint. But Musgrave taking that final turn smoothly. Asseltine on her wheel. Here we go. This is the final off camber of this race. Musgrave takes the low line. Asseltine takes the high line. She's going to cut the corner there. Oh, come together. Musgrave was not able to get in front on that final turn, and it looks like Mia Asseltine is let loose for this one. She is going to take the solo win after the move in the final turn. That's your winner, U23 Pan American Championship, Mia Asseltine and Kaya Musgrave, all the way back down to 4th as Alyssa Sarkisov takes 2nd place, Lydia Kuzak 3rd. Let's take a look at this one again. All right, so we got Musgrave down low, Asseltine with that high line, and she's able to just pinch in on the corner there. Musgrave wanted that line, wasn't able to get there because Asseltine already had it covered. That was the move of the race, and that's your champion, Mia Asseltine, Competitive Edge Racing, your new U23 Pan American champion. And here are your top 10 in the Pan American Championships. Great race. Thanks for tuning in to CXTV.